Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 110. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on October 27th, 2024. I hope you enjoy the video. 1, 2, 3. Dig this out here. Now, if we decide to keep the hill here, we might not need a surface entrance up here because we'd have like probably some kind of staircase leading to the top of the wall right here instead. So that could be an interesting asymmetry. So we talked previously about symmetry versus asymmetry, and how sometimes symmetry is really cool, sometimes asymmetry is really cool, and sometimes mixing them can be really awesome too. And here's a case where mixing them could be really cool, because we're already doing it here, where this entrance is over the water, which is different from these three entrances over here. Well, the future ones at least. And so that makes a bit of interest here. And also the fact that we're not following the landscape, and we're not like building it up and putting all this fill in here. So we're getting asymmetry in the wall heights as well. They're going to kind of follow the land for the most part. Now the original plan was to tear down this hill here, and we were going to then just have a much flatter space to work with. But earlier I said we could maybe use the hill and have this as some kind of interesting asymmetry in our build. Similarly, I'll probably leave this hill for the most part, which is over there, because that's interesting too. Like if we just had something flat there, it would just be more of the same. Having the hill makes that visually interesting. Got the shadows playing over there, and they change as the sun moves. So I am kind of leaning toward we keep this hill, or at least most of it. But we'll see. We'll see. That could be something fun to play with later. But for now, I will go ahead and we will do this. 1, 2, 3. Dig that out. You. 1, 2, and 3. And then this guy, and I think that should be it. 2, 3. Look for the little L-shaped walls here. Yes, yes, yes. And yes. Hello, you. Okay. Well, that is fun. That is fun. I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that this space here, where these kind of join in this little crook, or armpit, as I called it earlier, this would be a prime place to change where, like the motif of the wall. So up through this arm, we're using blue, the andesite, and we'll do that from both sides as well. So here, we have the option of changing colors more easily, I think, than here, where we're looking for a pattern. And so I might want to do some like nice flat sandstone, and then maybe some minor decorations with another color, maybe bauxite, maybe chert, maybe even some of the dreaded greenstone. We'll see. Although we're doing pretty well for green using these guys, and peridotite is a kind of uglier green, so we'll see. Do I have flint I'm keeping here somewhere? Not really. Put it in you. Oh, I should mention, for anybody curious about the timing of things, we also slept through a temporal storm at the end of, or I guess it's sort of near the end of the last chores stream. So anyone looking for that, that's why we're not having one for a while. It just happened to fall on the wrong day. Okay, so we have plan the floor and walls. I'm going to check that off here on my good old-fashioned paper list. We have Zero Xeon here as well. Good morning to you, and Larry Capija. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. And Alyssa F reminded me to keep hydrated, so I'm going to pause, or I'm going to mute here and hydrate. Okay, and Pumpkin Rot saying make a fountain. Yeah, so we are going to do some fountains here. Not really sure where yet. I'd like to put them in places that would make sense from a like old school, we have to use like aqueducts perspective. So we could sort of pretend that we collect rain or even like dew, like moisture in the upper parts of our tower where it's colder and so water can condense there. And then maybe that serves as a storage tank and a water tower to add pressure for pipes and aqueducts that maybe run underneath our roads here. So we could do like a fountain on the end of these here. We discussed that last time. Maybe putting some kind of fountainy thing or other attraction up here. That could be really cool. Speaking of attractions, I think we planted trees up here, didn't we? I think so. No, we were going to. We just never did it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yes, this is pretty cool. This is pretty barren, so we're going to definitely be putting something here. I'm thinking some of those will be fruit trees, so we might actually want to go and grab those so we can start growing them out here in the middle of nowhere. Just a big old orchard. So for now, these big areas, which will probably be mostly, like I'll turn some of these into farms long term, but for now, they're going to be our place for just growing all of our resources that we need. The Olaf of Arn says, you think this is your favorite build of mine so far? Hey, thank you. I am liking this. So I was unsure starting this a few weeks ago with you guys. I was like, oh my goodness, this is gigantic. This is stupid. Like, I'm an idiot for making this. But the more I get into it, the more I'm finding myself enjoying this process with you guys here. And enjoying the creative part of it too. Not just the hangout and chat, but also like, this is looking more and more interesting to me, which is a good sign that it's keeping my attention. Alright, so let's see. How do I get down from here? The ladder somewhere. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put a little dirt pillar right here. That's where the ladder is. And occasionally you'll get to hear me break my ankles as I jump for the ladder and miss. Okay, so we wanted to do... do I want to do some canal work first? Yeah, tell you what, let's do some canal decoration first. We'll get these arches in, which does mean, I guess we'll start on the chiseling partly, because to get the archway in, we do need to kind of know what we're doing in the backyard. This one proves me a liar, I guess, a little bit. So we didn't chisel that one. That's okay. All the bones lying out for me, jumping off the wall. Yep. Tell you what, now let's skip the chiseling. I think we can work with what we have here. That's not a problem. Here's a problem: is why is that one block up? Do I want to know why? What's over here? Oh, I goofed on all of these. I get it. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, this bottom one's supposed to actually be sandstone. Yeah, caught it. Oh, look at that. Parkour. All right, so yeah, this bottom one is supposed to be sandstone on all of these. And on that side, I think I forgot that. How about here? Didn't forget it here. Okay. Yeah. Let me do that right now. right the heck now. Before we forget. And here... here, I might make this more... Yeah, we'll do one more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can do this. That'll be the end of it. Like that. And then probably from here to the end will be probably either we'll move to the sandstone, or I might do a few more rows of brick as a sort of a barrier, and they'll move to the sandstone and other stuff. Yep, it is Radiance and Rust. Okay, so we have a minor touch-up to do over here. That's not a big deal. I think someone had pointed that out to me, and I didn't realize what they were pointing out recently in a comment. So thank you to whoever that was in a comment. Yeah, I've noticed now, finally. I noticed, senpai. Now, what I think I'll do is I will turn these... Yeah, I will turn these into the same chisel blocks as up here, and then I'll just move them over here so we don't lose all this andesite. Because that's, what, 18 blocks of andesite? It's worth it. Methinks. Me think. Me think hard. Me think lot thought. Okay, so let's get some chiseling done here. Well, copying. Copying done. Let's see. We're going to want some of these guys. Grab all these guys, actually. All right. Now, I don't recall if we actually had to add... Yeah, so we did have to manually chisel some of this archway, but this is really minor work to do. So I'm going to do all this by hand, because it's like touching up like 3 blocks here. It's not worth skipping back and forth with the pantograph 1,000 times. Okay, so, pantograph. We're going to copy you. Just going to do all of these here. Oh yes, that wonderful sound. Now, as far as doing all these walls, I think at some point the Wednesday chore streams will, at some point, probably convert here and there into building episodes, where the things we've already built at least one copy of, i.e. these walls or any quarter of the building, we will work on during chore streams. But I want to get, you know, probably like this quadrant, this half-ish of the build done first, or maybe even just like this part before we get to that point. And chore streams for now will be, all about resource gathering, like they had been. We got some new faces here. We have, well, Pharaoh Caribou. I think I recognize you. There's another, maybe there's another Pharaoh person whose name I forget. But welcome. And we have Glory Fire 21. How is the desert life? It is balmy. It's 31 degrees Celsius here, which is, who knows, Fahrenheit. You know, real temperatures. Someone once said that Celsius is how water feels, Fahrenheit is how people feel, and Kelvin is how atoms feel. Even when Chisel is making your carpal tunnel itch. I can see that. All right. Let's get a ladder. There we go. We'll keep that ladder for a second because we'll need that in a minute to finish the arch off. This one we don't need to keep. Just need to get these two. There we go. Go. Bye. Oh, and it's lunchtime. There we go. Emptied another one. Boy, these go fast sometimes. It's very weird. Okay, so looking good so far. Let's get this arch finished here. All right, so we did... Oh, I need a chisel for that, don't I? Chisel and a hammer. 38C is roughly 100 Fahrenheit. So, what's 32C? Is that about 80 couple degrees Fahrenheit? Freedom units. Alright, so we got these guys. Goodbye, lantern, for now. The Emperor protects the use of Imperial units. Alright, let's see. So we're doing 3 and then 2 and then 1 and then... Okay. I think I see what we did here. So we brought that out, and that up. Okay. Yeah, that is really, like, that is a super simple touch, but it really makes all the difference in the world. Oops, chisel that one by accident again. Whoa, no. Wow, that didn't hurt. So like that, I believe. Let's go back up and take a gander. Ladder doesn't help, but I can see it, so... Yeah... Anything else we could do? Got a couple chunkies here. Let's take... I'm gonna chisel this guy like that, and this guy as well. Which means this guy. And can I get this guy from the ground? Ah, it doesn't matter. Ladder it is. Oh no, right here. Yeah, there we go. We could also come in here. This would require another block. But let's put one here because we have this sort of square arch spot right there. Although sometimes it's actually detrimental to round that off, to bring that out, because the arch wants to go deeper in that curve. That sort of brings it out. Let's leave that for now. We might change it later, but for now I think that's okay, actually. Yeah. Yes. Alright. Let's go and grab our ladders. At least two of them. And we want to do this side over here. Barely even requires ladders. So I'm going to fix... Oh, we did that over here. We just forgot to do it over on the other side. Okay. So we did already shave that down. All right. So that was a mistake on my part. All right. So this is already done as far as the pantograph is concerned. If I could get up here, that'd be great. Here we go. So we can chisel you like so. We can chisel, there we go, you. Get up here in this little nook and do that. We need to get this block here slabified. I mean, we could just grab a slab, but that's not worth the time and effort. Plus, often I mentioned, if you use different size blocks, the textures often don't line up properly, so this preserves that. Ingoxron says, thank God I don't use Fahrenheit. I mean, to be real, if you grew up with it, it would be what you know, and so it wouldn't feel unnatural to you at all. Like, to me, Celsius is... Like, I understand Celsius to some extent, but I can't do the math in my head, because it's too kooky. It's silly math. Alright, so we're going to do something here. We're going to now make sure we have enough blocks. We should. We're going to chisel all of these into the slabs, or into the same shape. We're going to then spin them like so. So now we have the bricks on this side of the block, and then we'll recopy it and just spread the love around. As I mentioned, we're going to then knock out these blocks in the back here along the bottom row, and we'll just transplant them over to the next bay because we got plenty of space to work with, and this will barely even make a dent, to be honest. This will fill up 3 blocks of one bay. I kind of want to like open up Task Manager and like take a screenshot like today, and then one later, like once we've chiseled like everything we want to, and just see how much more RAM we're using. Because this can get real chunky real fast. Oh, I can't reach that from here. Okay. There we go. All right. Ladders, up we go. All right. Now, there is the chance, because these are chisel blocks, there could be some weird lighting issues that crop up. But, let's see. Let's find out how this changes anything. It doesn't really. Okay. So because we don't have, like, lots of other chisel blocks, like, on the opposite face, blocking the light and causing weird issues, I don't think we need to go in and actually change anything about these blocks after we chisel them. So, I hope. I really hope. Go, and one for you. And knock that off. Whoa! Surprise me. I can reach you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that. There we go. How much RAM does my computer have? I upgraded to 32 gigs pretty recently. I did it for the video editing because I will actually edit all 4 segments of these videos at once. So, let's see, this is going to get chunked off here. There we go. You're going to get chunked off there. Yeah, so being able to have all 4 files open at once was a pretty big time saver. Went from like an hour of editing after these to like 20 minutes. It's pretty great. I have a very streamlined workflow for getting these episodes out. Which I think is doubly nice because like I want to get these out to you guys, you know, as often as I can, and I'm trying to balance my streaming and work and family life, and it's working out pretty well so far. So which means that when I go back to doing guide seasons, which will happen whenever this season is done of Desert Life, assuming things with Kurazini's both 1 and 2 are stable, which for those of you who are new here, I refer to my wife as Kurazette, and my children, well, my child is Kurazini, and we have Kurazini number 2 coming in January. So that could pretty drastically impact my streaming and recording schedules. So once those schedules stabilize, sleep schedule mostly, as well as I guess preschool schedule, then I'll have a better grasp on what I can handle as far as streaming versus editing. But one thing I do want to note though, and this is an interesting thing to consider for the future, with the double toddlers, is going to be streaming is so much more time efficient for me than edited videos. Now, granted, I can't do as... Whoops. Didn't want to actually do that one, but okay. So streaming is much more time efficient for videos. Like normally with the old guide series, I could record... I typically played 3-ish hours, recorded maybe 90 minutes of it, and then spent another 2 to 3 hours editing each single episode. Whereas here, I'm spending 3 hours playing and streaming, and then like 20 minutes editing for 4 episodes, which is a very different format. You're not getting all the information condensed down into, 20 to, well, for me, more like 45 minutes per episode. So very, very different formats, very different levels of efficiency going on there. So depending on the kids' plural schedules, I may look at doing another streaming series instead, depending on how everything goes. So I know a lot of folks are really excited for another guide series. I'm not doing one for 1.20 because we'll still be in this. We'll be in this probably through 1.20, the entirety of it most likely. So there is that to consider. But yeah, folks are pretty excited about a new guide series eventually. I'd like to do it, but scheduling permitting. So, as always, the caveat. A streaming guide series could be good. I actually don't know if that would work out real well. One of the nice things with the guide series is that processes that required like 3 hours of waiting, I could do, in a 20-minute episode, or again, for me, 40-minute episode. Whereas, like, doing it in this kind of format, you know, I'd start, be like, okay, we're going to start this process today, and then spend 2 hours doing other stuff to prep for it. So I'm not sure how well that would work out in this format. Let's see what I'm going to do. Oops. There we go. And like that, magic. All right, let's smooth out this archway as well. Can't wait to see me build a ship. You mean like the new ships in 1.20? Yeah, those would be pretty cool to see. All right, let's get our chisel back out and the hammer. And boop. Ladder. Ow. Don't need you anymore. There's that. Oops. That's the ladder. Want the chisel. All right. Hey, Bricklayers with Internet Access made it today. Good to see you again. All right. The One of Woodwork says, I really look forward to the next guide season. Those are the best. Yeah, I really do enjoy making those. They're very time inefficient, but they're a lot of fun to make. I really enjoy sort of that educational style of comboing Let's Play and tutorial. Two, three, four. There we go. Okay, so that's as far as we go there. I think we did that on this side already. Let's go check. No, we did not. Okay, let's go ahead and do that before I forget. Before we forget. I'm putting the blame on some of you guys too. We. Oh, excuse you. That's my bed. I will have you know. Medium. All right. Well, let's sleep. Make it morning. See if we get beat up while we sleep. And I'm going to hydrate. And Lab says, dude is crazy for doing all that by hand. I mean, this is actually a lot faster than doing it by hand in the vanilla game. So I'm not complaining. Should I? There we go. Got that already. Let's do this. You got. Didn't do that on that side. Let's let's pause there and take a look at our handiwork. Oh yes. Oh, that looks so good. It's so clean. Hmm. And check this side out too. A little bit of QA work. Ooh. Cactuses. Cacti. Nope, I think I missed one. That's why we do QA. I did miss one. Look at that. All right. Well, that's an easy fix. And how's that? Much better. Much better. Okay. Exciting. It's very exciting stuff, guys. All right, so I think next, let's put a pause on this, and let's get down here, and we're going to get some of this canal done here. It is, let's see, 11:17. We've got an hour and 40 minutes left-ish. So, yeah, let's see what we can get done between now and then. I think we don't need the chisel because we're doing whole blocks under here. Actually, no, wait, are we? Yes, because we're doing stairs under here. Again, these don't line up great. Like, you can sort of see that weird seam right there. That's so weird. But that's okay. So stairs and ashlar. And we need some regular andesite blocks. Okay. I think I can manage that. Now, what I do want to do here is we might end up in situations where the opposite sides are at different heights here. I'm going to normalize them to one height. So, hey, thanks, guys. I'm glad you're liking the progress so far. Yeah, I do love. I mean, yellow and blue. Well, you see, sandstone and tan and blue, classic example of opposite colors, complementary colors, which is why they work together so well. So yeah, let's see. We're gonna want a bunch of different kind of blocks here. Let's grab some of these, and we'll also turn these into horizontal blocks. Get back here, and bring those. That should do for now. And I think we also want... yeah, let's grab some sandstone blocks so we can finish up this sort of canal walkway all the way down. Do I have any regular blocks? A few. Okay. Let's grab a few. Actually, this should be... We're not going very far, so that's probably enough. Although we do have the blocks in here to consider. These will also be sandstone. Okay. Hey, Lost Little Artist. Says hello, hello. Finally made it to a stream. Hey, welcome. Good to have you here. Alright, whoops. Duh. Nerp, nerp. Alright, so shovel. Let's shovel this out here. Grab this. Ah, no, not more. Not more of this junk. Oh, you're kidding me. Alright. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Not you. Alright, so we're going to sandstone rock that. We're going to rock it, man. I guess we will probably want some more, just because we have some fill to do here. My good friend Phil coming back for more. Alright. It's muy irritado. It's Spanish for very irritating. Trust me, I'm an expert. So putting supports actually won't help. It'll just make the rest of them fall off too. So I may as well get this over and done with. And we'll probably just pop into creative mode here real quick and place some more of that lake ice to fix it. So let's just do that real soon here. Let's see. Dig all this out. And kablooey! Look at that. Alright, perfect. I guess we will need some more of this stuff then. Pick up these blocks. Chiseled sand doesn't fall. That's true, but this sand needs to go anyway, so it's gonna create water problems no matter where we go. So I figure I may as well just knock them down, let them do their thing, like this. Bye. by. Let's see, this is not going to fall. This is going to fall, I believe. Yep, that's rock actually under there. Okay. What about you? You have rock underneath you? You do. Okay. All right. Well, let's get let's get this dug out here. And we will pop into creative mode here and just pop some lake ice in, because there is just... So, explanation for those of you who might be new to the game, since I saw some new faces in chat here, is the water propagation inventory is very different from that in the other block game. And I don't think it even works properly, for the most part. It could be worth experimenting, though. I kind of want to try something here. Maybe we'll do it today, once I get this done. I mean, some things never change, right, guys? This is realistic. Love it. All right, let's go dump some of this stuff out of our inventory. And we will slide into creative mode briefly just to add some lake ice so it can melt and become water. And then I'll show you guys why we don't do it the real, with buckets way. Okay, that's empty, empty, empty. All right, we're going to pop this up here. Just pave the canal in lake ice. I could. All right, here you go. I'll put a little poll up here, just because I know that this is a survival series, so I don't want to do too much in creative. Should I pave the canal with lake ice or fill it with water manually? Lake ice. Pain. Start poll. There we go. If you guys want lake ice, we'll do lake ice. So I'll go and do some chiseling here while I wait for the poll results to come in. Let's see, let's put some of these away. I'm going to just get some more sandstone blocks here. Probably from these guys. Got plenty of sandstone here. Let's do it. Got a few stacks of these bad boys. As a dad, I have to call things bad boys all the time. It's a whole legal thing. You wouldn't understand. So once I get all this chiseled down, I will end the poll. So far, lake ice is winning in a not just a landslide. It is winner take all here. So far. You can relieve blocks of frozen lake ice in winter and cold areas. You can relieve the lake ice? Really? Huh. But how... Oh, does that only work if the lake ice is like 1 block deep and you remove the block beneath it too, I assume? This will be enough for us to work with for quite a little while here. At least as far as the canal goes. Alright, so chisel away. Lake ice is the winner of the poll. And that poll. Alright. So you can relieve it, but it's tricky, okay. Alright, so lake ice it is. So to do that, we're just going to slip into creative here for just a moment. And we'll just do the lake ice for now up to the end here. I just hope it doesn't require sky access in order to melt. Although we can just break it by hand to melt it if we need to. Alright, so we're going to do /GM2. Going to grab some lake ice. What's that say? Lake lime, okay. Alright, and here we go. Ugh. these in. Now the water's updating properly. And get this in. That should do it. Do I see any more flowies? I do not. Alright, so here we can just come in and we're going to... Oh, I see something. For those from me getting out of the water. Okay. Just going to do all this right down here. Oops. Saw that water block. Pop in and pop out. Someone said I should just use the flood fill tool. I am not very familiar with the available tools in that mode, and I don't want to really mess things up because I probably would. I've only used them a little bit here and there. I've never used the flood fill, so I'm a little nervous about that one. Just fill this in. It's actually melting pretty quickly. Cool. Bye. And getting toward the end here, I think. No, we're not. Halfway done. Desert skating rink. Yeah. That could be fun, actually. I did want to build... and I forget what the name is. I wanted to build one of those underground freezer structures in the desert using some glacier ice. That'd be kind of fun. Have our own gelato stand. Ooh, slippy, slippy. And there we go. All right. This is... indeed much easier than bucket filling. I mean, it's not even comparable. Comparable. Yep. Alright. So, we're going to throw this into our creative inventory, and we're going to get out of creative now. If I can find the right button. I cannot. There we go. GM 1. There we go. Back in creative, and we'll let this melt. Yeah, that was much better than bucket filling. Will there be an evergreen in the canal? You mean like one of these trees in the canal? Probably not. They wouldn't really get much sunlight. So I probably won't plant anything serious down here. Alright, so we don't need the steel chisel. Let's get the blocks we need to build those arches again. I put them all away. And let's get that moving on. So you can go away, I think, for now. I guess we just need a few of you. There we go. So we'll grab these. We'll grab something like this. I'm not sure yet. We need probably some of you, probably not some of you, and some of you. Well, let's see what damage we can do. Oh, the freight carrier evergreen. Was it the Ever Given, or was it both of them? I forget. That blocked the canal. All right, so over here we're going to go ahead and just dig out some of this with a shovel. Just enough space for that too. It would seem. All right, so here. This is a stair block, so this is going to be our first full block. Oh, I do need that. And then over here, we have this going on. Very slippery. This guy in. Okay, so you're going to be solid there as well. And that one as well, okay. So So we're looking at basically that. I believe, yes. Okay. Let's get in here. We're going to have to knock down some... Oh, annoying. Some of these guys are going to have to go again. It's annoying, but oh well. Oh. We do have room. Good. No. Well, everyone, that's about all the time we have for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.